Hey guys, this is DiamondKodiakGaming, and I'm here with my second rant on this channel. My first rant, I showed you guys basically a group of competent toons who made a mistake by taking us. This group of toons is the complete opposite of competent. These guys are all cold callers. I went in here with all cold callers just for an experiment again, just to see. Because I've actually won all cold caller VPs. Admittedly, I used a few rewards in them, but it is possible if the group's good enough. Now, watch this first round carefully. Okay. I drop the center with a piano. He double drops. He triple drops. And then he pulls out a lure. I don't think there's much they could have possibly done there, which would have given us a worse chance of taking him out. Amazingly, we do take him out, but I would say that was like a 25% chance at most of taking him out, because the lure had to miss, and then the triple drop, which has terrible accuracy, somehow had to work. So clearly off the bat, these guys are not, they're willing to train at the expense of the group, or they're just complete idiots. I don't know which one it is. I think they're probably just really stupid, but yeah. Amazingly enough, you guys, everyone made it through the first round. I have absolutely no idea how, because the gameplay is completely atrocious here. I mean, I'm actually shocked how far we made it. We probably made it through like half the Skelecogs, maybe. And it's pretty incredible when you take how bad the gameplay was. Like, let's see here. I think I used Lure. No, I used a TNT because I remember she had the magnet. And then they go for different cogs here, which I didn't get. Or they go for a cog they can't take out. I mean, if they could have done something a little worse, but again, one of the worst options they could have made there. And by the way, guys, I'm in here with Chris Toontown. His name is Chris. We call him Chris 2 because there's so many Chris's in the Toontown community. So say hi, Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And so yeah, he's gonna be just commentating with me because he was in the last one. He didn't get a chance to commentate, so I wanted to add him to this one. We picked a pretty good combo here. I mean, we lured, took out the cog, and that was these guys. You can see. I mean, no offense to these guys, but they're pretty young. You can tell by the way they're talking and stuff. But I mean, I actually, in a sort of weird way, because we made it through the first round, thought there might have been some kind of chance we'd pull something out. Plus, since they had like tune-up or whatever, but no such luck. These guys don't do a very good job. And oh yeah, and the mouse decides it's a good idea to wake up the big cog again. And so I mean, yeah, I've done all cold caller VPs before, but none that really had this level of poor gameplay on so many levels. I mean, they didn't. Oh yeah, he goes AFK. Well, that was a pretty quick AFK, but most that was like 2 seconds. But yeah, basically the point of this was just. I mean, that was just kind of talking about the gameplay, but let's actually get into the point of the rant. Was that a lot of cold callers say that they're not given fair opportunity, that they can be good players, and that they can demonstrate that they have what it takes to be a good team member. But you can see that I'm not saying everyone is, but if you're around the same laugh, gags, and experience as the people that are in this group, and I went into this knowing it was going to be unsuccessful. I went into this basically just trying to prove a point, and if these guys played well, I would have been willing to use rewards and get them out of here alive. But because they were such bad players, I didn't feel like they deserved me to waste my rewards. But and yeah, basically, oh yeah, someone disconnects there. Don't know why, but basically, what my point here was that if the people you're with are such bad players, and a majority of the cold callers are not just bad players, but terribly awful players like these guys are. No offense to you guys, you're just starting out, but you're not really ready to do the VP, obviously. And at this level, you're better off going with like a guild or a cold callers run or something else, because you're going to get absolutely destroyed in River. And for all the toons who say I'm rude for not taking you, consider what happens when I take you and you go with people that are your own level, which would be only fair. Because this group took me almost an hour to gather the day I did it, because almost no cold callers are willing to go with other cold callers. Sounds pretty ridiculous, doesn't it? But cold callers want a group of all Hollywoods and them. They're not willing to go with like even half cold callers, half Hollywoods. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. And yeah, basically the points I'm hitting at here are that cold callers are not bad, can become good players, but the majority of them, unless they have other tunes. Oh yeah, that was like a perfect example of, oh my god, that's a perfect example. He did not announce what the heck he was doing. He just kind of pulled it out. That was a perfect example of why cold callers have issues. And Chris, basically, I mean, you're a pretty high laugh tune too. You've started off bad, I'm sure. What do you know about this situation?
I just find it kind of funny because, like the point you said, that they don't want to go with other cold callers because maybe they think they're bad, but they're pretty much the same exact thing. So I just don't understand why they mooch off the Hollywoods and keep asking, but in reality they could go out and like get better gags or go with people like all cold callers and try to get better at it and then be like, I'm good at VP, I have good gags, or I have a high suit, so you can invite me and trust me.
The thing is, it's not even worth going with all cold callers. The point is you cannot win. I mean, it would even be difficult for a good player to win with the laughing gags that these people carry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would be difficult. These people would need to have, like, active Skype communication and luck on their side in order to pull off a win if they were going with all of their own suits. So it's not only their fault, but the reason why I single these guys out is because they made at least 5 or 6 catastrophic errors that were unexcusable. I would say number 1 would be the first round of this battle. Completely set the tone. Like, see, I lure here. He uses a drop, and then this guy, with 1 second left, pulls out a bugle. Now, if this guy had not used Clark Clara, they would have all died in that round. So, this guy apparently, this cat to my left, he ran out of throw and ran out of squirt, so essentially all he can do is sound and drop. And in some situations, rather than just pass and let the team like do things slowly, which I would have thought was okay, he'd rather use sound to get his extra points in than pass. And it gets really frustrating. Oh, yeah, and they double drop there, and then he double lures with me. So, yeah. Oh, man. This is a pretty
Another thing is, like, the low tunes that are, like, 40s and 50s, they're working on, like, Daisy's Gardens and Minnie's Melody Land, and they're not experienced with, like, fighting cogs that are, like, 10s, 11s, and 12s, and they don't know what can take them out and what can't.
Yeah, this gameplay is awful. I mean, if you saw a tune who was 100 laugh, even using the gag tracks these people are using, not the gag amounts, which are also bad, but if you even saw them picking the gag combinations they use half the time, you would, like, want to delete their tune. But, I mean, these guys are obviously not. It's a different story when you're a weak player. The point is that you should not be in the VP, and this is clear example why. If it's even, like, plausible that you could be doing this, look, I'm not going to invite you if you're a person with these laughing gags because of my own experiences. I'm not saying you're 100% like this. There's definitely exceptions. Okay, and this is a good example here of basically, let's see what happens here. I think I lure, I tell them to use tune-up. I don't remember what the monkey does. I think he pulls out Daffy Dawn.
You should definitely say what your SOS is, too. You shouldn't just use it and be like, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been Clara. I was actually, in the back of my mind, thought it could be like Clark Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, this video is almost done. Let's just say our closing statements because it ends pretty abruptly. I tell them to go for the same cog. They all do this, and look what the cat does. Yeah. Bugle. I was like, awesome. You want to go sad, don't you? Oh my god. They die like 2 rounds after this, so I mean, that's pretty much the whole point of this video. Oh yeah, he has an SOS. He's like, strong SOS drop, guys! And it's like 2 stars, and everyone dies. Okay, the mouse dies here. I tell him to use his strong SOS drop. I pull out a foghorn. And then his drop is so weak that it doesn't even kill anything, and we die. And everyone dies. I have 10 laugh left, and that's it. So, basically, guys, these are my reasons why I don't go with cold callers. Hope you enjoyed Chris Toontown. Subscribe to him, too. And not every cold caller is this way, but a lot of them in River are. A lot of just, generally, this is the reason why people don't generally invite you guys, if anyone cold callers are watching, is because you guys don't know enough about battle strategy. And okay, that's pretty much it. I actually run here. I mean, I could have finished it off, but I didn't feel like it. That's it. See you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please subscribe.